The reigning NBA champs have had their up and downs this year, but at full health, the NBA is still terrified of this Boston Celtics team. They've got the Killer Jays, with Jayson Tatum being the most underrated superstar in the NBA, in my opinion. Jaylen Brown's been phenomenal, last year's Finals MVP. You also have, of course, Porzingis, who can step up behind the line, or he can catch a lob on your head. Derrick White, Jrue Holiday, great complementary guards. And then they got the bench mob, led by everybody's favorite white boy, Peyton Pritchard, and a 94-year-old Al Horford, and then the Dollar General version of Kristaps Porzingis in Luke Kornet, a guy that has been a really, really nice surprise this year for the Celtics because of what he can do when it comes to protecting the rim and finishing lobs. And, Porzingis is always hurt, so it's nice to have him in the lineup. You combine all this with a weekly head-scratching quote from Joe Mazzulla, and this is a winning recipe. But in all seriousness, I think this team repeats. This team is without a doubt led by Jayson Tatum. He makes everything run on this squad, whether it's getting downhill, knocking down the three ball, finding his teammates, and I'll still stand on the hill that he is at his best getting to the rim. He shoots 45% from the field and 36% from three on 10.2 attempts, and on the year averages 26.8 points, 8.7 rebounds, 5.7 assists, and 1.2 steals per game. And something I've been very impressed with this year has been his passing, his playmaking. He's kind of taken over a lot of the point guard duties for this Celtics team. Watch this pick and roll here, right? Beautiful recognition. As soon as Drummond steps up, he just drops it off right for Kornet. Easy dunk. Kornet's also come along. We'll talk about him later in this video. But then finding Kristaps Porzingis with a slick behind the back pass. Just easy read. As soon as Oubre commits down with the switch, or the Sixers really didn't talk, they both went with Tatum, leaving Porzingis wide open. And it's great when you got a shooter that good as a pop threat. And then this is a great play right here, right? You're getting a pick and roll, but at the same time, a rim run by Luke Kornet. It's kind of a coincidence because it's a late rim run, but it works because it draws over number 45 there for the Sixers, and Al Horford gets a wide open three. Then this is just tough, right? Death taxes, and Tatum's going to hit the three over the big. And then at this point, there's nothing you can do. If he's isolated on the wing, just go ahead and take the ball out of bounds. It's his wraps. And then you got Jaylen Brown, another guy that if he gets isolated at a certain point on the court, for him it's more, the mid-post area at the wings. He's lethal. 23 points a game to go with 6 rebounds and 4.8 assists for him. Another guy that has really impressed me with his passing. He shoots 46% from the field, 32% from 3 on 6 attempts per game. And like I said, the passing has really improved, finding Kristaps Porzingis right here. Last year, he averaged 3.6 assists per game. This year, he averaged 4.8. Beautiful, right? That's the kind of improvement you want to see year after year from your stars. Don't know if this was an intentional pass, but it worked out, and Kristaps Porzingis knocked it down from about the hash. Now, we know he can score, right? He dropped 44 on the Pacers, among other big-time scoring performances throughout his career, but what I've been really impressed with is his passing. Obviously, he's great getting downhill. This is a really tough shot right here. Once he gets heated up, he can hit a lot of tough shots, and I like him in the mid-range more so than as a three-point shooter. Same thing with Tatum. Whereas they can get to the mid-range, they can get downhill, and then hit the plethora of shooters that the Celtics have assembled around them, right? This team is built around Tatum and Brown's driving ability, and these guys being able to get to the rim just improves that. Take that, Miles Turner, right on your dome. And the perfect pop partner for Tatum and Brown, like we talked about. This team was built around them. Well, Porzingis is absolutely a perfect fit, right? He can pop with the best of them and can pretty much knock it down over anybody with that 7'1", 7'2" frame, however tall he is. 19.3 points a game this year for Porzingis, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, 1.6 blocks in 29 minutes per game, 48% shooting from the field, 41% from 3 on 7 attempts for Porzingis. But he does so much more for this team than just being a pop guy. He controls the paint with a 7'1" frame and his 7'6" wingspan. Great lob threat. He can go get it over the top of you, or he can protect the rim. 20.4 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, and 1.7 blocks, as well as 51-46 shooting splits over the last 13 games for Porzingis as this year has progressed. Remember, he missed the first 25 or so games. The first pretty much 2 months of the season with an injury, came back and has been balling. He's second on the team with 24.6 points per game per 36 minutes, also averages 8.7 rebounds and 2 blocks in that time. And like I said, he can protect the rim, he can be a lob threat, just a vertical spacer for this offense. And then you got Jrue Holiday, who has been playing a little bit better as of late, right here finding Derrick White. He can also get to the rim. He's always been a fantastic defender. 11 points a game, 4.3 rebounds, 3.9 assists in 30 minutes per game this year for the 34-year-old Jrue Holiday. Still kicking. 44% shooting from the field, 35% from three. Well, who am I kidding? 34 in the NBA today isn't even that old. Although for a guy that really relies on athleticism like Jrue to be able to lock opponents up, it is. He just got that big-time contract, so he's probably kind of coasting towards the playoffs where he can lock in and be that elite defender. Last year, the numbers were a little bit better for Jrue Holiday, as you can see here, and the efficiency was a lot better. That's really the main thing I'm concerned about, is he just hasn't been shooting it well whatsoever, but I think that will, bounce back towards playoff time. As for Derrick White, I mean, he's hitting one-legged fadeaways. What else can you ask for out of bald Superman? He's really their fourth option on offense behind the Killer Jays and KP, and he's still averaging 16.1 points, 4.3 rebounds, 4.2 assists, being a phenomenal defender, and has really been their best three-point shooter this year. I've called him the modern-day Steph, of course, or the modern-day Clay, of course, after this. He went on a massive dry streak. But look at him moving and relocating to catch and get open looks. That is a very, very underrated skill in the modern NBA. Watch. Cornet catches, elite movement by Derrick White away from the ball to get open as Tyrese Maxey, or whatever zone that the Sixers are trying to play here, kind of collapses around Cornet, moving into the open area and knocking it down. He's shooting 44% from the field, 38% from three on 8.8 attempts per game this year. He was shooting a little bit higher, but he's also, much more than a catch and shoot guy, right? Elite defender, can get to the rim when he needs to, and it's just a glue guy that helps this Celtics team win, very much so like a Jrue Holiday, whereas they're both elite defenders, although Derrick White's just having a better year shooting the ball. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, make sure to hit the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and get back to the video, looking at Peyton Pritchard, who has been really, really solid this year for the Celtics. He also went through a dry streak. The whole team really did in the middle of January and December, but he's kind of taken over for Jrue Holiday as a scoring guard, whereas Jrue Holiday more of a defensive guard. Peyton Pritchard's played in pretty much every game this year. He's averaging 14 points, 3.8 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and a steal in 28 minutes per game. Great production for Pritchard this year off the bench. 47% shooting from the field, 42% from three on 7 attempts. Fantastic. He just went off against the Sixers, and he has been everything you could have asked for and more out of a guy like Pritchard this year. He's one of my favorite players to watch in the league. He just put 28 and 4 on the Sixers with 8 made three-pointers, and that's why I think this Celtics team at full health is absolutely dangerous. Can't go under a screen on Pritchard. What are we doing? And then even Luke Cornet, who has been a revelation for this team. Watch the great rim run right there. Tatum finds him for the easy dunk. He's been a nice piece behind Porzingis, like an insurance policy for Porzingis. Now, I'm not saying he is Porzingis, but he's 7'1" with a 7'6" wingspan. He can control the paint in the same way that Porzingis can. He can't step out and hit the three ball. Really nice pass right here, turning, facing, finding Derrick White, who slid into the open area for the easy three ball, and then getting the offensive rebound, kicking it out, finding Peyton Pritchard for the three ball. Luke Cornet has been really, really nice. Even though the stats might not show it, he's been really, really solid for this Celtics team this year. Now, with that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. We're looking for about 300 likes on today's video. And with that being said, thanks so much for watching.